only see you.
Hello, this is Bishop August Francis, and I welcome you to the program today. I want to share with you some special messages from Bishop William Mackie. And we trust that these messages will help you and bless you and give you, oh goodness, just let you know a little bit about the man and a little bit about what the Lord, and a lot about what the Lord has done in his life. Just stay tuned. See what you think.
Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Europe. Good afternoon, Africa. Last week I said we were going to continue this week with our theme, the importance of prayer before, during and after revival. Week 1 we started off with Luke 11 verses 1 through 4, the Lord's Prayer as recorded by Luke. And this week I said we will continue by looking at verses 5 through 8. I'm reading from the King James Version. And he said unto them, Which of you shall have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves. For a friend of mine is in his journey, is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, Trouble me not, the door is now shut, and my children are in bed with me. I cannot rise and give to you. And I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him because he is a friend, yet because of his importunity he will rise and give him as many as he needs. Now, remember, this theme is prayer. The name of the program is Seek the Lord. Last week we looked at, was there a right way or a wrong way to pray? And we came up with the answer yes, and I gave an example. Now Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Thereafter, any other format of prayer is wrong also. Not only what we prayed last week, rather what we spoke about last week in prayer. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Jesus didn't say it for effect. He said it as a matter of fact. So prayer to this saint, that saint, whatever saint you choose, even prayers to the Blessed Virgin. Whilst the people you are praying to are good people in their own right, I say again, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So why are we praying to anyone else? In Luke 11, he told us, when you pray, he was actually referring to his disciples who had asked them, Lord, teach us how to pray. It wasn't that they didn't already know how to pray. They did. They'd been observing Christ. They knew how to pray, or at least in fashion. What they were actually asking him was not, Lord, teach us how to pray, but Lord, teach us how to pray more effectively. So he showed him. And as I said in week 1, the Lord's Prayer is not only given to us as a prayer, but Christ gave it to us as a template for our own prayers. And I've been stressing own prayers for every other week since. It's not just a case of we sit down and we read out prayers every Sunday that someone's quite nicely and conveniently printed off for us. We need to be able to communicate properly. So, what does this have to do with verses 5 through 8? We have a friend who has come to visit. Our cupboard is empty. This was before the 24-hour shopping at Walmart. So you had to go to another friend to knock at their door. This other friend is making all sorts of excuses as to why he cannot open the door. I cannot open it because it is now shut. Go away. I cannot now open it. My children are in bed with me. Go away. But we know that the man did not go away. He kept knocking at the door. Jesus tells us, knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and ye shall receive. But we must learn to match up that which we ask for, matching it up with what the Lord actually wants to give us. And if we don't have a personal prayer time with the Lord, if we don't have this personal relationship with God the Father, then we won't have a clue what it is He wants for us. Therefore, we won't have a clue what it is we should actually be praying for. We have to keep knocking at the door. Knock and the door shall be opened. 27 years ago, the Lord revealed something to me, to my wife, and our best friend, Brian. We were all in different parts of the town that night. I was on night shift, Heather was at home, and Brian was in his house. And we all got the same vision. We all got the same message. So we know it's coming because it's a promise. But we have to knock on the door and remind God of that promise. We have to knock constantly. He tells us to do so. So we're not being wrong by doing so. It says in verse 8, and I quote again, I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him because he is a friend, yet because of his importunity he will rise and give him as many as he needs. He's not giving in because, oh well, the guy's a friend. He gives in because of his importunity. What does that mean? Well, importunity has two meanings. The first one is persistence. The man continually knocked at the door. He refused to take no for an answer. So while he's upsetting the friend who's in bed with his kids because he won't go away, he's doing exactly what Christ told him to do. Knock and the door will be answered. But importunity has another meaning. It means not just persistence, but persistence to the point of being obnoxious. You keep going till they give in. You keep knocking and knocking till the Lord gives you that which you ask for. Now, I know many will say, well, I've been praying for weeks on this. I've been praying for days or months or years for that, and nothing's ever come of it. I say again, keep praying, keep knocking. The Lord said, knock and the door will be opened. He didn't say knock and it'll be opened first time. I also say again, you've got to match up that which is on your want list, that it matches with what's on God the Father's list that He wants to give you. This is only possible if you have a personal relationship with God the Father. It won't work any other way. So, we're knocking at the door. We're being persistent. He will give in. We have to keep going because of our importunity, because we're being obnoxious. My grandfather told me when I first came out of the army, and I had an apartment from the council of my own. I kept asking them for things, but they wouldn't give it to me, because I was of no significance. You may not approve of the language, but this is exactly what I was told by my grandfather. He said, keep going at them. Be obnoxious. Be bloody minded. Eventually they will give in just to get rid of you. And it worked. Over the years, I learned, as kids do with their parents, I too with City Hall, I learned which buttons to press and I learned how to press them. So, my friend, I'm saying to you in your prayer life, learn the buttons to press. Ask God, what is it you want to give me? What should I be praying for? What should I be asking for? But don't give up because he doesn't answer. Knock and the door will be opened. Ask and ye shall receive. And I say unto you that he will not rise and give him because he is a friend, but because of his obnoxiousness he will rise and he will give the man the bread, as many as he asks for. So don't give up because you think you're wasting your time. You need that personal relationship with God the Father. We don't say it for effect. We say it because it's fact. You need that personal relationship with God the Father. Until next week, I leave you again with the question: how is your communication with God today? How is your connection with God today? Until next time, God bless you.
Well, I appreciate you joining us today. And stay tuned because I want you to get a chance to see more. We want you to hear more, receive more. We want to give you more here on Tell Them TV. Thanks for being with us today.